All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Go 46, 46. Hey, 26.
They go play action here on first down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. He got 29 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go, get set, let's go, get out, get out.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Lucky 56.
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard! Detroit! Hot!
They'll go to Barkley again. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it there. They're able to find Deon Cain complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman, finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go! 319! Gone! 319!
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And his throw here's incomplete. William Gay, the one who was there defensively. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Get out! What do you think?
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
Hey, you got 3, Three down. Here we go, get out, let's go, get out.
On the option, here's Olawale, the fullback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Lawletta on 1st down. Open man right side is Ingram. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. Come on.
A shotgun snap to Lawletta. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a short return to the 6-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Following
the interception, here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Gun. Hustle.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, wide 8. Get that. Let's go, get out, get out. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
You got 3 down, 3 down. Here we go, 46. 56 to Mike, boys. 26.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Here we go, wide 8. Hey, Sway. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out, get out. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch right, we got right. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out, get out. 26.
2nd down. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
You got 4. You got 4. Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll try and run forward with Elliott.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Get out. Here we go, 47. Take 4. Here we go, go to 54, Why, 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They give us to Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right. They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And give him a gain of 37. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Get out. 56 to Mike. 26.
Now the Purdue man. This is a Akeem Hunt. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the red zone now, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Prescott now on second down. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, they got the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Gun. 26.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They start on the ground with Goldman. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. The left side throw complete to Adams. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Too tight. Hey. You got 3. Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Lauletta on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Here we go now.
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. He dumps it off to Barkley. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll throw again with Lauletta. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go.
On first down, it's Lauletta. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first and 10, Lauletta. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Taco Charlton in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
From the gun on third down, Loretta. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are in for 6. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to get him for a loss of about 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go, get out, get out. 26.
To throw is Prescott. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Leopard!
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little game into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Lawletta looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. A big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game. Exactly the formula they need. I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Boom! Yeah, baby! What was that? Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Let's go. Let's finish now. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Saquon Barkley, and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
We got 3. Now let's go.
Now here's Lauletta. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Gallman will run it, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll run again here with Gallman. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taco Charlton in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But
it's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.